Saber. Saber is in Paris and she has an incredible story and you're going to absolutely love it. So thank you so much, Saber.
Oh, yay. Thank you so much for your share, Carolyn. It's very, very inspiring, especially just seeing all the different walks of life and where people came from. And I just first want to share that I've been in this space for 7 years, almost 7 years. We're always at the 7 year mark. And I just, to even be able to come on here and share on a masterclass called The Wealth Shift, coming from somebody who did not come from money, is actually kind of a pinch myself kind of moment, you know? Like I might cry. I'm very emotional when I speak about this. I'm very passionate about supporting people to see what's possible in the online digital marketing sphere, especially like it literally doesn't matter your circumstances. This community is in over 180 countries, and that is no joke. Do you know what I mean? Like places where we as a society think that it is, you know, a third world country, which yes, it is, right? Like Africa and these different places, there are people creating generational wealth in this community from those countries. And that was like a moment for me personally that I was like, wow, the only thing that I'm really capping myself when I'm capping my income is me and my potential. Just needed to figure out how to crack this whole online code thing, and I didn't really know how to do it. I really came from a background of being an artist. I quit my job back in, it's been a decade actually since I quit my last job, which is pretty awesome to think about. I hit a decade, no boss. But my first route was to kind of just figure it out myself and be self employed. And I just turned everything I was passionate about into something that I could create into another business, another side hustle, another service, another product. And I just had my hands spread so thin. And I love that what Carolyn is talking about, how there's a difference between being rich and wealthy, right? And that's something that I didn't really think about back then because I was like, well, I'm making good money. I had made up to $30,000 in a single weekend, vending at festivals, performing, setting things up. But really, at the end of the day, like the profit from that and like the burnout and the work, I went to 26 events in 2019. And this was like before COVID, right? I didn't realize that also what I was doing was going to become obsolete here in a bit. So I found this just a few months before lockdowns happened. And I thought I was going to do this little bit of a transition to working online, having this be like a little side thing, right? I was like, I still really love what I do at festivals. Maybe I just do it a little less. And yeah, it just kind of 2020 taught me really very much so that I needed to be putting my time and my energy into something that is going to be recession proof, going to be something that people genuinely want and need no matter what happens in the world. And I really saw that here in this space. And I was really just thinking that I really wanted to make more money in my life because that's just where I was. Like, I literally grew up in my teenage years in foster care. I had a single mom that she, bless her heart, she's not here anymore, but I really watched this woman like struggle balancing it all as a single mom. Like, we were rolling penny rolls under couch cushions to go get food from the dollar store down the street when I was younger. So, coming into this space and seeing what's possible, I really did come from this place of like, I just need to figure out how to make money, you know? And coming into this space, it actually triggered me a lot because I saw what was possible and I also saw what was going to be required of me to really shift my identity and recognize that I'm actually worthy of making this happen. That even though I didn't have many followers on social media, I didn't know where to start, I was scared shitless of sales, excuse my French. I do live in France, so I have an excuse. But yeah, I just was like, I need to figure this out. Like, I understand that it's just shifting my mindset and really recognizing that it's not just about chasing the dollar, the time for money. Like, that loop was just keeping me in the same place that I was at, and I had to recognize something different. And actually, the word wealth comes from the Latin root word weal, which means well being. And I was not in my own well being at all when I came into this space. I was at the tail end of a 16-year eating disorder. I was working 80 plus hours a week, and I was like, oh, this is good money. No. So, yeah, I'm so grateful to come into this space because, yeah, for me, like, it was 10 months in actually where I just put my nose to the grindstone in terms of like, it wasn't even about working harder necessarily. It was just really committing to the path of digital marketing. And I got all of this support here in this beautiful community. I've learned from some of these. I remember Carolyn was one of the women that I was learning in some of the masterminds and workshops that I did when I started in 2020, because she was already a couple years in. And I was just learning from these people who had gone before, and just really put my student hat on and learned. 10 months in, I bought my first one-way ticket to go move to Costa Rica. I really did not want to, put anything in my body that I didn't want to. Everything was on lockdowns everywhere where I was at. So I was like, I'm going to take myself and my cat, because I found my cat in 2020, my first one anyway. And I took him and myself to Costa Rica on a one-way ticket, and I literally trusted this business. I actually wasn't even making a full time from this business quite yet. I hadn't even had like a $5,000 month. I hadn't had made some sales and had some traction, but I saw the trajectory. Yeah, like when you take the cap off of your income and you build something that has leverage and compounding. We're going to talk about how this works in a bit. I'm just sharing with you like the vision of what this actually did for me. I was like, wow, this is where I'm at 10 months in. Like, I actually trust that I truly have the vehicle to set myself up for free. Like, now suddenly, when I was looking at my life 5 years plus ahead of time, I was like, I can literally do anything that I really want. I just got to set the plan and execute. And it was actually just coming in with that leap of faith. And what I found in this space is like truly being in that yes frequency of really like living from that future version of yourself started to teach me this, to trust myself more, to trust myself to create more of what I wanted, even just starting this business. And it was like a snowball effect. So 3 months later, after arriving in Costa Rica, I had my first $25,000 month. And I was like, wow, like that actually shocked me. Like, it genuinely kind of like, it shocked me and rocked my nervous system, because I was like, and mind you, I didn't even have good internet. Okay, so this is the power of having automation. We literally were in the jungle at this new spot, and the internet was down. I was like, just like posting my stories and sharing very passionately about what we have here. And I was at the window of my Costa Rica place with like one bar of service, making sure I like do the thing. And actually, I think Carolyn was in that launch that I shared. It wasn't even on the masterclass. I didn't even do the sales call. And I like had all of these people that were just like, yes, this is what I would desire and need in my life too. And it reminded me how simple this really gets to be, of the reason why I positioned myself back in 2020 to do a business that was really actually supporting people with something that they truly need. And the two biggest things that people are really exploring right now is, how do I increase my finances, right? Because let's be honest, in this economy, right? And also, how do I support my health? Obviously, after 2020, that was a big old turning point for a lot of people, really recognizing the importance of that. So I didn't honestly think that I was going to be doing affiliate marketing, partnering with like medical grade wellness company. To be honest, like, I'm an artist through and through. But what was really cool was I saw that this was automated as well. I naturally have a high standard for what I put in my body. I've been eating organic all my life, and I'm just a health conscious person overall. So that it mattered to me that I partnered with something that was credible and reputable. And I really loved that it's been 7 years and I've never actually talked about products on my social media, and I have crushed it in this business. So I just want to share that piece, because I know a lot of people have an idea of what digital marketing can be, an idea of what affiliate marketing can be. And there's such an umbrella term, like, it really is. What we actually have here is truly the best of both worlds. If you've ever felt like you wanted to turn your passions to profit around anything that you're passionate about, like your wisdom, your skill sets, your knowledge, your philosophy, your beliefs, what you're a stand for, but you're kind of like feel a bit daunted about the idea of building your own offers from scratch and holding that all together as a solopreneur, like I did. It's like, and if you've been curious about digital marketing, but you're kind of like, you really want to be your authentic self and do it in a way that really feels truly you, that is what we actually have here, where it's the hybrid model of, you know, what we all wished those MLMs that our aunts got into when we were younger, where they were like, this is what's possible for ourselves and our family. And then they're like the ones that are not welcome at the dinner parties or something like this, right? It's like, it's what we all wished that was for her, but in a whole new era and new paradigm where today we get to really leverage powerful technology that's just done on the background, and really badass community that really supports and holds this beautiful vision together, so we all get to stay in our genius zone and do it our way. So I think that's a really cool opportunity that you get to really see from all of us in our different walks of life, and we all carry different values and our different versions of why we are doing this business. And that just goes to show to you that there is a spot for you at the table here. So I think that's mainly what I desire to share. I guess the main things is like, I mean, now I live in Paris. I really desire to buy a castle and turn it into an event center by 2030. That's my personal vision and why I've moved here to Europe. And I've been able to like speak on stages. I've been able to have a podcast. I've been able to get much more comfortable and confident on camera and sharing my story. This is just like all things that I never thought that I would be able to do. Like, I really wanted to do it. I was always curious about making that kind of impact and influence with the things that I've moved through in my life. And this has given me that. I'm super proud of myself that I didn't cry. I almost did, but it's just because I have so much in my heart that I know people have these desires of how much they want to support and live louder and dream bigger. And this is, okay, it's coming. This is just an opportunity for you to really see that it's possible. So I just invite you to listen with an open heart and an open mind. And yeah, just really get curious and challenge anything that comes up for you that makes you even think that you can or cannot do it, right? Because like whether you think you can or you can't, you are right. And we are just people who watched this masterclass, something similar, and we got curious. We leaned in, we followed the system, we put our student hats on, and we're like, all right, how can we make this happen for us? Because when we see that vision, water just takes the container, the shape of the container that it's in, and we got to grow and mold it in the way that we've done. I think we've all been here for over 5 years, so that's a pretty cool example of what that gets to look like. All right, I actually don't know who I'm passing it to. I think I'm passing it to Philippa, yeah? Or maybe, no, I think I'm passing it to Monica. Oh, it's Denise.
You're actually passing it to me.
Denise. Okay, there you go.
Yeah. So was it? You only had 2 more to go, so it had to be one of us. All right. Right, I'm going to start now.